Good morning, Taurus ladies and gentlemen, and collectives out there, Quartz watchers. Welcome back to Will's Cartomancy Tarot. If you're new to my channel, I certainly appreciate both your viewership as well as your subscriptions. Okay? So, Taurus, what I like to do, okay, I'm quite sure you've seen my past life shadowy type reading. So, what I like to do is to keep along with that in that vein and to go on and just give you a more of a self-discovery reading. I like to just introduce you to your shadow and to help you to embrace it here. Okay? So many of you might be asking what in fact is a shadow? A shadow in layman's terms is nothing more than an evil twin. Okay? It's a doppelganger. For those of you who are familiar with the terminology as used in literature, okay? It's certainly someone you definitely cannot trust, ladies and gentlemen. And so, with this said, what I like to do is to just shuffle up a few cards to help free you, Taurus, from the shackles of the shadow's power. And in doing so, I like to go on and just use my shadow tarot deck today here to illustrate your reading. Okay? And so basically, I'm just going to ask Spirit one specific question. What insights can you provide me regarding Taurus's shadow? And this reading, Taurus, really has no expiration period, okay? But I am having it, making it valid until the end of the year, but it really doesn't have any type of, of an expiration type period. So you could work with this reading as you move forward throughout the year here. Rest assured, Taurus, this reading may not and will not resonate for each and every one of you out there, but for those for whom this reading is meant, I certainly hope it offers you the information that you're seeking, okay? Information, ladies and gentlemen, that can help you resolve these negative patterns. It can help you heal these urges, okay? And if you've heard other people say these, some of the things that I'm going to say to you, rest assured that they are, in fact, true. Now, Taurus, I'm going to alarm you or warn you up front. I'm going to say a few things to you that may ruffle your feathers here, and it may even make you upset. And if it does, it means I did my job here, okay? Because the shadow is certainly something that you should want to let go, okay? Rest assured, ladies, that the shadow has been amongst us for years, for even centuries. Even Shakespeare once noted, out, out, brief candles. Life is but a walking shadow, a poor player that struts and frets his hours upon the stage, and then is heard no more. It is a tale told by an idiot, full of sound and fury, signifying nothing. To die, to sleep, perchance, there goes the rub. Okay? So, with that said, let's start off with seeing what card fell to the bottom of the deck here. Wow, we have the Four of Pentacles. All right? So, with having that card, Taurus, that seems to suggest to me that many of you, just looking at it more from your more shadowy perspective, many of you are very envious, I'm getting. Because this card is all about poverty. It's all about greed. It's all about, a Scrooge type complex here. And an ability, Tars, to feel. An inability to even release the past here. So these might be some of the things that I'm seeing here that seems to be pervading your reading here in terms of atmosphere, energy I'm getting. Okay? It also shows defensiveness, and it shows many fluctuations when it comes to financial, usually bad, you know. It seems that many of you worry extremely too much about money and your attitude, or perhaps the way of your way of doing things. I'm kind of getting, and the way that you've been presently doing things, it's been blocking you here because of all of these uh, feelings, or this feeling of lack that many of you tend to feel here. Okay. It looks like too that many of you also like to win, and you certainly fear failure. It's all about, it seems that you're always you want to water dead plants here. You want to just maintain the status quo. You don't want to change, ladies and gentlemen. And you have to understand change is inevitable. Whether you want to or not, it's going to be thrust upon you. Okay? Let's go on and select another card, ladies and gentlemen, just to see what many of you might even be denying. Okay, I'm going to examine not only negative polarities, I'm going to examine both negative as well as positive things that people tend to say about you that you might have a hard time embracing. It's more of a blind spot, you know? And it's all about what you might be hesitant to further enhance. It could be even a talent here. All right, so let's see what card we have here. We have, ladies and gentlemen, we have the moon. Okay, so with having the moon here, that suggests to me that many of you are denying your intuitive abilities. I'm getting, and you're constantly deluding yourself. I'm getting, when you are in fact having these true spiritual experiences. I'm getting, it looks like many of you have a problem making decisions and might be prone to both mood swings as well as very deep depression. You also tend to listen to others' advice over your own, Taurus, even when you really know the advice being given is worthless, right? Because you're so afraid to to go along with the things that you think are mostly suitable for yourself. Your thinking appears to be very muddled, and many of you constantly find yourself having problems. I'm getting with women. Okay, and I feel that some of you are in fact mentally unstable, even ill. Even some of you are even crooks, con artists, imposters, if you will. I'm even seeing excessive drug and alcohol usage. Many of you tend to doubt yourself extremely too much, so try to trust your gut a bit more. So if any of you are seeing yourself acting on these tendencies here, or if people have told you about these things that you hate to hear, rest assured that they're true. All right, and those are those qualities that you might want to improve here. All right, so let's move right along and select another card, Tars, and just look at your anxiety. What really gets you nervous? What really touches you? Or, in fact, what do you even truly feel here? Fear. All right, we have Taurus. We have the Knight of Pentacles here. Wow. Okay. So with the Knight of Pentacles, you certainly fear volatile type situations. You feel situations with no progress that don't seem to ever get off the ground here. Okay? You hate or even fear planning things and not being able to complete what you started. And some of you, I'm kind of getting, you even feel fear. I'm strongly feeling that you even fear that you might not even have the energy or discipline to do what's needed to accomplish a goal. And I see that this seems to surface a lot when it comes to issues surrounding money and or work here. You sometimes are extremely too quick and taking actions on situations which tends to cause mistakes and a lot of sadness, unneeded sadness, Taurus. Okay? Well, let's look at situations when you lack most confidence, inferiority, things that make you feel inferior. Okay? And in fact, your past may also have played a role in this situation here. Wow, Taurus, you have the devil. My goodness. And so, with having the devil there, Taurus, it shows that, when you are caught up in fear, you're feeling this way, or when you don't love yourself, or when you are being a bit too greedy, or taking life a bit too seriously, Taurus, when you shouldn't. And when you allow yourself to be mistreated, or simply just stay in a situation or a smothering type situation or a relationship, a codependent one, these also brings about fear. Okay? Or if you, Taurus, are in fact a drug addict or a sex offender or someone treacherous or dealing with someone who have those uh, tendencies or who live their lives as such, okay? Someone that's very controlling here. Let's select another card and move right along and look at qualities you most dislike in people or you sometimes have an arduous time accepting. Your anger. Wow, we have the Eight of Wands here. All right. So, of course, these wands are all about things happening quick, right? Quickly. So, certainly, you just like people who are too pushy, right? Too insecure, impulsive, very controlling, or someone who procrastinates or simply makes haphazard decisions. Perhaps you may have had a controlling parent or guardian who, kind of caused you to feel this way a bit. And these things, ladies and gentlemen, can cause all types of health issues within us if we don't recognize our shadow. Let's look at your secrets, Taurus. Things about which you rarely talk about to others. Okay? Your darkest secrets, if you will. Wow. Look what we have. We have the seeker. Okay? It's the same as the fool in the tarot here. Wow. So, it seems to me that you don't trust yourself, or that you're immature. Those are your secrets. Or that you hate, ladies and gentlemen, not even, you just hate change. I'm kind of getting with this card. Or just trying new things. Or you're just fearing the future. Or that you are, in fact, a reckless being. And always trying to fit in or to conform, ladies and gentlemen, instead of marching to the beat of your own drummer, William Kelly. Some of you might even also be a bit bisexual that you fear sharing that information with others. You're only fooling yourself. Be real. All right? Let's pull another card here just to look at what might be your own worst enemy or where your self hatred might lie. Okay? Let's look at self loathing. And the card selected for this position we have is, wow, the Two of Cups. All right? So, with the Two of Cups, ladies and gentlemen, that certainly is indicating that certainly when you're being overly clingy or very possessive, okay, or simply you your player type mentality, your inability to commit here could make you your own worst enemy. Your lack of passion, your inability to forgive, you're holding on to guilt and resentment. All of these things block you. Or simply being concerned about a relationship that didn't work. You're constantly playing that same old love song over and over and over again. Why? It's not going to get you anywhere. You can't go back and change the past, ladies and gentlemen. or just simply involving yourself with takers, not givers, or you're just acting out in that way. All right. So, what I like to do, Taurus, as I've done in other readings here, I'm going to go on and just select a few letters here, 20 letters, because it's always people around whom you might want to be a bit more vigilant, okay? And sometimes these people tend to bring out our uh, the attributes that most negative attributes that we really don't want to bring out, but it's because of dealing with toxic people. So I'm going to go on and just pull 20 letters, ladies and gentlemen, and again, this reading is valid until the end of the year to kind of help you identify people around whom you might want to be a bit more vigilant, and perhaps people who bring out the worst in you. Okay? So let's see. 20 letters, Spirit. 20 letters to help me Taurus to identify these people here. Okay, let's see what we have. All right. Okay. We have an E, another E, a Q, an R, a J, an N, D, an A. We have an I. Okay. A T. Another I. An L. An O. A C. A G. Okay, let's see how many we have so far. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15. So, Spirit, we need 5 more letters. Okay, let's see. 5 more letters for Taurus. Okay, let's see. We have an I and another I. My goodness, these eyes might be significant for someone. We have a V, an O, and the last letter that we have is an L. Let me call these back to make sure that you have those. There are 2 L's, okay, 4 I's, 1 A, 2 E's, 2 O's, a V, T, D, R, C, G, J, N, as well as a Q. Okay? So now, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to give you a few more messages because you're trying to really transform your life here. And you can't do that, ladies and gentlemen, until you just simply sit back and let go and surrender. So let's see what other things you might want to consider surrendering as you move forward here. Spirit, give us 4 more messages, 4 more messages for me to share with Taurus regarding this topic under discussion here. Okay? Taurus, it's time that you surrender to what is. Flow, Taurus, with what is instead of constantly fighting against it. Because when you really can't change a situation, and it's time to compassionately accept it exactly as it is, because only then will peace come about. All right? It's time that you surrender stress. Take a deep breath and exhale the tension that you've built up in your body. And some of you have built this tension up for quite some time here. Let the stress go as you come back to your center. Next message. It's time, Pisces. I'm sorry, Taurus, that you surrender to your intuition. We see that you've been having problems doing so. It's time that you tune in to your inner voice. Be aware of any gut feelings or flashes and knowings or even aha moments that come through to guide you, and trust the wisdom that is bestowing to you. Taurus, keep in mind if this reading is resonating, be sure to give it a big thumbs up, share it with others to whom you think might benefit, and be sure to just click that subscription button as quickly as possible. Okay? And last message with these cards: surrender, Taurus, obsessive thinking. It's very important because certainly if you are obsessing about a person or in fact a situation, it's time that you turn a dilemma over to spirit, because doing so will certainly help you provide, or doing so will in fact bring clarity to your situation, or it will solve the problem. All right. So, in conclusion today, Taurus, I'd just like to leave you with a message from Spirit here, which I'll share with you with my postcards here. So, Spirit, what final message would you like for me to share with Taurus regarding the subject matter under discussion here? Okay. Taurus, keep in mind if you'd like to have a more personalized reading, you can certainly contact me by just simply looking at the information provided in the description box. Okay. So, Spirit, what final message would you like me to share with Taurus? Okay. Here's your postcard, Taurus. Let's see what it says. Dearest you, we are gathering our magic together to help you celebrate your new beginning. You're stepping into a new version of your life, getting to tell a story, a new story as you create it. Doesn't it feel like spring when the urge to expand wells up inside you from a primal place? The form of what you are growing has yet to take shape, and it is exciting to experience this new and fresh beginning. It's normal to feel both pushed and pushed back when entering any kind of new relationship. It's okay to admit you don't really know what to expect. What you can know is it's time to dive in and allow that new version of life to take shape through you on behalf of your partner in life, spirit. You have made it to a new level of awakening and contributing. And we are so excited to see where this will take you next. We're so proud of you. So, Taurus, this is really a welcoming message. Again, be sure to like and share, and this concludes this reading, okay? Be sure to subscribe if you've yet to subscribe, and I look forward to hearing your comments, Taurus. Enjoy your day. Thanks a lot.